73% of African Americans enjoy video games. But representation for Black gamers has been lacking historically. We spoke with Black players to find out what would make them feel more included in games. One key answer: hair. That's why Dark and Lovely is launching the Play in Color campaign.
Over the past 50 or so years, we've been a brand that's championed creativity and expression for women of color. We really stepped in when there was nothing there and created the products specifically made for women of color, and that's how our journey began.
This is going to be a huge deal, this whole collaboration with Dark and Lovely and The Sims. Two great brands coming together to make change in the world. It's just so big.
Our simmers and our player base are very diverse, and so is our team. Diversity is not a feature, it's a pillar of the game. Dark and Lovely is one of those perspectives. Having that expertise and that nuance that we might not see, I think is what's gonna bring like a hairstyle or a color to life. That is where we get very specific, nuanced, authentic styles that someone can go and say, that is me. That is what I look like. I feel seen, and it's exactly how I would do it at home.
I think our values very much align. Like, they want to drive creativity and expression. They want to create a safe space where people feel like they can express themselves and be creative and free. And that's exactly the same goal that we want to have, right? We started this a long time ago in real life. They started it in digital life, and now our worlds are merging together.
Play in Color is a campaign that champions diversity and inclusion and spotlights the game changers who are redefining the rules in the gaming industry. Dark and Lovely is partnering with life simulation game The Sims 4 and gaming creator Ebonix to raise awareness on the lack of diversity in game, but also to create new tools for Black gamers to express themselves in virtual worlds.
The Sims is a life simulation game where players get to express and create stories of their life and of other people. On the Sims team, we want to make sure that we are telling all of their stories, that we're creating a safe space for people that normally have been othered in other products or parts of society. And so we are working on creating safe spaces for gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and disability. By doing that, our players can really, truly see themselves being seen.
I first started creating in The Sims in 2015. A lot of my focus in the beginning was just about what I wanted to see. But then when I started sharing the mods, I really recognized that there was a massive gap and that it wasn't just me who didn't feel seen in the game, it was the community.
I think Dark and Lovely wants to enter into the digital space because it's only natural as we progress with technology. Every day we spend more and more time in digital spaces, and we want to have the tools available to create ourselves that we see every day in our real life in those digital spaces as well.
Did I see myself in games? No, I didn't. Blackness wasn't really seen as the beauty standard. We weren't seen as beautiful. We weren't told that our hair is beautiful. We weren't told that your skin is beautiful. There was just so much negativity when it came to Blackness growing up, which is why I'm doing this. I don't want young people growing up to not see themselves in the game. I want when you see the name Ebonix on a piece of custom content, it means that you're going to be able to see yourself in the game. Like, this is less about me and more about the future generations of not just simmers, but gamers. Why should we have that anxiety when you load up a game and you can't see yourself? No, not if I have anything to do with it.
Danielle is a change maker. Culture doesn't move forward without people like her, right? She came into a space and saw there was an opportunity gap, and she chose to create the things that she needed, not only for herself, but for her community.
I like to tell people that I've been playing the game since the womb because my mom played The Sims when she was pregnant with me. It's been in my life, forever. Finally working at The Sims and being a simmer, it's like mind-blowing. Like, I didn't know this would ever be possible. So just being able to experience this is like a dream come true, really. It is honestly so amazing to be doing this with Dani. I've had her mod since I started playing The Sims. It was one of the first mods I got for like different hairstyles. And at the time, there wasn't really many hairstyle options that resonated with me that I could relate to in the game. And being able to use her hairstyles to be able to tell my stories is such a big deal. So being able to see her in person, it's just so mind-blowing. Like, wow, you really helped me.
Braids, locks, curls, froze, baby hair, the
Baby
edges.
hair.
Do you know, I think when I first like dropped a hairstyle that had like serious proper edges, I can remember the community going nuts because it was like, oh my God.
We needed this.
We needed this. It's that feeling seen, it's those nuances. The thing that I am most excited about the Play in Colour campaign is now we're seeing just how important representation, diversity, inclusion is in games, and companies are starting to recognise that. And one thing that I like about Dark and Lovely is that they're being a driving force within that, getting involved, actually showing why it's important and why these beautiful, rich colours and curls and all these things are so important, not just IRL, but within games. And actually seeing the Dark and Lovely colours in person, it inspired me in so many ways. Oh, good, babes. Your hair looks sensational.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I feel beautiful.
It's always nice to get inspiration kind of online, but actually being able to go down there, see how the colours interact with the curl patterns, see how it looks from start to finish, all of those things has been quite essential to what my next stage of this is, which is going back home and creating mods so that we can see these popping pinks and these virtual violets and these reality reds in The Sims. I can't wait.
As a part of Play in Colour, Dark and Lovely is working with The Sims and Ebonix to create new hair colors and styles for your in-game avatar. Together, we're creating more ways for you to express yourself in-game and show your style. Here's to more voices, more stories, and a gaming universe as inclusive as our real ones. Learn more at darkandlovely.com/playincolor.